welcome to Level Up TV at levelupyourgame.net. Me, Disrepute, and for this is aCtion Ligan versus Gentleman Club. Group B match of EuroCup. ClanBase EuroCup 26. First match is going to be Grim Dungeons. This is aCtion's map pick. The second match will be Dreadful Place, picked by a Gentleman Club. Let's have a look at the lineups quickly. Gizmo, Nightops, Viam and Dash. That's aCtion. They'll take on Twister, Ty, Freeman and Nons from Gentleman Club. And going into this one is a bit of an unknown, really. The performances of both teams have been all over the place, if anything. Although you perhaps say that maybe aCtion were just beaten by the better team on their defeat on the day, but they've lost at least one map in all of their games so far. Whereas Gentleman Club have been thrashed and have also beaten the leading team in the group. So, I mean, Paul, how do you read it?
Well, it's a very strange set of results for both teams going into this, and I think if you're aCtion, you really need now, after a shaky first game, you really need now to try and stamp some authority onto the competition, you know, with something like a 2-0 win, which, let's be honest, they're certainly capable of that. And we did see yesterday that Gentleman Club are no pushovers, but their aCtion, they have such an experience advantage going into this. I think they're going to want to try and dominate this team.
So we're going live, and we're starting off with Twister's point of view. Gets that spawn inside the red room. He doesn't go for the red first, goes for the rocket and misses out on the red grab. Viam not the bounce pad grabbing that one, which was the wise choice. Find out in a second then. Does get the frag, but goes down himself to a counter rocket from Nightops. But maybe looks like aCtion going to sit out, are they? And they're not going to try and make the push in. Gentleman Club seem to have the players in there at the moment, and it's 4-0 to Gentleman Club. Make that 5.
Yeah, it's an ideal start for Gentleman Club, and they'll certainly have great position for the first battle suit. I don't think there's really a point of aCtion risking trying to attack, but you know, they've decided to.
Yeah, decided to send one player in down the back. Ty has got a railgun. It could be dangerous tonight up here. Viam pushing in as well with machine gun. This is perhaps a wise attack if they've just left someone at quad. They could maybe get both out of this one. Look at this, Viam's railing.
Brilliant railing.
And they're taking it over at the perfect time to get in there. Nightops. Freeman, though, around at the quad area. So Gentleman Club adapted to that situation. They've got a stacked quad, and the bouncer could be in trouble if he comes at the bounce pad against this quad.
Oh yeah, there's no way you can come up now.
So, I mean, for a second there, it seemed like a really good move to win that over, but when you lose out the quad, and it's a stacked quad, will it pay off? Let's see. It does push the quad back quite heavily. Nightops, that's really aggressive play, and it's worked out perfectly. Does just get inside this red room in time, and this, of course, will be the primary objective for both teams.
Yeah, aCtion, they certainly have the weapons there to defend it now, and I think Gentleman Club need to think twice about keep pushing in here. Most of aCtion have weapons, and they have the ideal weapons to defend, and look how many kills they're picking up.
This is unbelievable. I mean, it's just like a knife through butter for Nightops. Just that frag after frag after frag, doing the damage. All his team are there supporting him as well, and now aCtion in the lead by 3 frags.
Yeah, they've undone the good start that Gentleman Club made. You know, good power-up play from Nightops, and the defense of the red armor room was perfect. But I'd have to say that I think it was kind of rash for Gentleman Club to keep trying to push in. You know, you could clearly see that aCtion had so many weapons.
Still going to push with one guy camping on the red. He managed to grab it, Twister, so he had a good timing on it, presumably. Hits his rockets. Doesn't survive much longer, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're still pushing in. I'm surprised. You know, it was a good push in some ways to be able to come in and steal the red, but you know, they are giving away frags at this stage doing this.
Yeah, they have weakened aCtion now, so if they don't push in now, it's kind of undone what they've just created an opportunity to do.
Yeah, I don't know if aCtion will have anyone stacked for the suit though, which is a positive, and they could look to go aggressive just as aCtion did in the first battle suit.
Here we go, battle suit. Nightops trying to defend from above. He's actually been given a rocket launcher by his opponent there. The quads, I think it took a little delay. Freeman's the guy grabbing it, doesn't have any weapons. Fresh spawner. So this has not worked out too well. I'm going to switch around to the battle suit. It's going to get a red armor in Nightops' hand. Switch back to the quad. Yellow armor's going to be in. It's just
well, he has to wait for the lightning gun. He can't go up against battle suit with a machine gun.
I'm going to suggest he can't go up against battle suit. Here he goes. Comes through the doorway. Doesn't check around the corner. And Nitop's coming round on top there with that battlesuit rocket. Can't push forwards though any further, Nitops.
Doesn't have the health to do so, and he needs to be careful about getting caught out here. Wisely, a teammate replaces him in that shotgun room.
Cycle around Gentleman Club a little bit. Looks like I'm on Twister now. Looks like him and Ty are going to make a push towards the, at least maybe get a rail. Are they going to go? Oh, they're not. Oh, and Viam coming around with a shotgun. Confiscates that rail away from Twister. And Ty really doesn't know what happened there. Especially doesn't like the outcome of that moment. Nitop's just defending this rail position. These are the kind of areas you really do want to work in as a player in the red room, especially if you've got a rocket launcher, just blocking off that entrance. Nitop's doing a fine job.
Yeah, it doesn't have much armour, so he is just blocking it off, isn't he? He's not looking to go aggressive.
Pushing forwards into the quad room, lightning gun in hand. He's got a good stack of armour though. Takes a hell of a lot of damage from Nons. He gets the frag on Nons though, who I think was the armour stacker. Freeman's got a 50 armour from low though, and he should be able to double that up ready for the quad.
Yeah, he should be looking good for the quad this time, and not like last time where he didn't have a weapon and he had to wait around for so long.
Oh, his teammate took the yellow. That's Nons there, and he takes rocket damage as well. Oh my god, Freeman, they're too busy messing around trying to get ready for it, and you've got to be playing in the moment. Looks like Gizmo dealing out some damage. Nitop's isn't stacked for this one, he's only got one rocket as well. Nons just going to try and rush through. His teammate just didn't go in ahead of him there, and that could have been trouble, but he does manage to push through into this room. Teammates are supporting him now, pushing forwards first. Got that lightning gun ammo as well. Suit's got a rail. He's got to be cautious. Only 45 health. There's 2 railers for action there. Oh! Does get caught out by Dash. Second impressive for him. Always a very strong railer. 52% rail for him at the moment. As he hits his third impressive, but kind of arrogantly just dropping down into the pit and trying to hit some simple, straightforward rail. But clean frag margin, action ahead, and now it's a big fight over the red again, Rob.
Yeah, it is. I mean, aCtion have just been coming out on top in all the power-up situations, so, you know, their score at the moment, it's just the advantages being gained from that.
They were very lucky, though, with that quad. I mean, they could have been quite... The battlesuit only was just a little bit late to really just catch out that quad. If you're in that hallway, you have to go first and draw that fire away, and they ended up the quad just running through. Worked out in the end though, so you can't have too many complaints. Gizmo pushing forward with the rocket launcher. Freeman just spawning. Teammate in support. He's managed to get a rail and escape. Mop up some of that health by the red armor area as well. And they will be looking to peek in, do a bit of damage. That war of attrition, but leading up to the quad, let's see who's stacked. Nitop's isn't. Let's switch away from him. Viam down below hasn't got too much either. It looks like Dash is going to be the quad carrier. So let's switch around to Gentleman Club, not Twister, not Ty, not Freeman. It's going to be Nons. Is this battlesuit set up good?
Well, I got someone blocking off the rails, so they don't have to worry about people raiding from up top. But look, clear run in for Nitops. No one was blocking that lower route.
Surprised that you'd have someone just standing on the back platform. But both power-ups are synced up now when they're picked. Let's have a look at the team scores, etc. Equal on the red, slightly behind on yellows for aCtion, but not too much in it. Liam is 909 at the moment. Plus
luckily, he wasn't the power-up runner.
Yes, that could cause some big issues as he times out, but it's Dash with the quad. Looks like he's going to get an easy frag straight away on Freeman. Well, maybe not. He could actually be jumping right into this rocket fired by Freeman. That could be a bit of a disaster. Let's cycle around the rest of his team. Gizmo is dead. Nitops is a fresh spawn. And of course, Viam's lagged out. So they're not looking in a great position apart from the quad. Twister looks like he's backing off into the red room. Ty supporting the battlesuit carrier. Freeman, yeah, he's pretty weak, so Freeman might actually hit this rocket, but he should go down pretty quick.
I think it's missing to the right, isn't it?
And Nons is 100 stack with battlesuit. So let's switch around to Dash as the teams are ready. It looks like. Didn't see where Viam spawned. Might just quickly have a look where Viam is by the rail. Okay. So he could maybe pressure the battle suit. He's probably going to miss out on being able to do that though.
3, 2,
Here we go.
fight.
Oh, well, both of them missed each other there. Oh, nice rocket by Dash. He decides to back off, play it careful. We're going to switch around to the 100-100 stack battlesuit. Nightop's going down, who had pushed through. Probably expecting Dash to follow him behind. Double stack red now for Nonza. Switch back to the quad, who's marking his territory in this underground area. Ignores the rail. He goes really aggressive. Where the rest of his team, though? Oh my god, that's a great set of frags by Dash. Is he even going to pick up another frag? No, he isn't, but that's actually a really nice play.
He just had someone in there with him, you know, helping, but I don't think Nightops had anything until he spawned in there, did he? Or did he actually follow him in?
I think they came in a little bit after, but...
Yeah, it was really brave by Dash just to push in there like that with quad. And normally you'd say the suit should have had a slight advantage there, but Dash played it very nicely.
Yeah, and what he especially did was he ignored the suit briefly to get a couple of frags.
Well, exactly. That's what you always have to do when you have a quad. You know, you can't afford to soak up the punishment like the battlesuit can. No, you have to try and deal with the battlesuit's teammates quickly.
By default on this map, you'd say that the primary job of the battlesuit is to eliminate the quad. And the primary job of the quad, like on any map, is to pick up frags.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, both are to win over the different areas that you want to control and the items as well. But quad, yeah, quad's primary objective in pretty much all the maps it's in. When battlesuits against it, quads pick up the frags, battlesuits kill the quad. Stop it doing that.
Yeah, you got to try and protect your teammates from the quad, and you know, Dash just got into the red armor room past that suit, and the suit was then no longer able to protect anyone.
aCtion have built a fairly comfortable lead here as Nightops is trying to defend this shotgun doorway, though he's not in the best position for it, or with
Yeah, you can see he
health
doesn't have good health, and he's looking for the 50, so he can't defend the shotgun room actually in there, so there could potentially be people pushing through, but there wasn't.
No, he positioned himself very well. The better stack is on the quad this time. Ty, he can rush through. If you rushed it a bit faster, you might have caught out the battlesuit, but he wanted to play it carefully. Just manages to frag his own teammate at the moment. Oh, wow. Just a rocket from Nightops into the doorway. Takes him out, and it's a free battlesuit run. 10 seconds left with Viam. He can do whatever he wants now. Should be pretty comfortable. Easy rail shot on Nons there, jumping towards that bounce pad. I'm surprised he stayed in this lower area.
Well, his team didn't need him at red, so no need to head back there, but maybe he could have pushed onto the quad area while he still has some suit remaining, but it's still nicely played, and the team really has quite a decisive lead at this stage.
Well, strange choices by Van there. He saw the rail was up. I presume he called somebody else, but he didn't secure it, which is always a risk to take. Ty taking out Dash in that area, so it really didn't pay off very well. 30 frags margin though between the two teams as we're into the second half of this first map now.
Yeah, and that's quite some lead to hold at this stage.
2 hits. Impressive.
Jumping down. This is such a dangerous area to lightning gun, but if there's one guy you would trust his lightning gun aim, it would be Viam.
Yeah, and they're just standing here is, you know, so smart because, you know, it's forcing his opponents to be really defensive because there's no way they can come up the stairs against him. They know that his lightning gun's just going to cut them to pieces.
They just have to back off, and they want to get upstairs and support their quad. So
yeah, and they would rather Vian would push in and, you know, be more aggressive. But if he just stands here, there's not much they can do.
That was a good counter.
Really good shot.
And he's had to back off now, so that worked out quite well. But they can't challenge the battlesuit now, thanks to Viam. So actually, really good work. Dash with that battlesuit pickup quad. It's going to be delayed, is it? This is an interesting manoeuvre, and it's going to put a lot of focus on that red room going forwards. Dash doubling up the red. Is he going to rocket jump across? He is. Jumped up more in the air than a dangerous rocket jump, but he's got such a stack. He's going to survive for a while, and the rail coming in there gets the frag. And we switch back to Dash. He's still got, you know, a chunk of armour and a good amount of health, so worked out well in the end. That was the team support that helped Dash there, though. 'Cause it really
yeah, definitely.
the greatest rocket jump.
The rails coming in from behind him, and without that, I think Nons would have been able to push onto him and finish him off because, you know, he hits so much lightning gun on Dash, but Dash's armor really saving him, of course.
Yellow armor, upper yellow and LG in the hands of Dash. Now
Red armor's still in their possession as well.
This is working out very well. He's now got 100 stack. And the thing is, he's turned up exactly the right time because Gentleman Club realised he was there and thought, right, we're going to have to attack red and we're going to have to attack it on the rail route. Dash just read that pretty comfortably, walked back in perfect time for it. And he can go around the map now. Wow, look at that!
Well, he could.
What the?
2 direct rockets.
Well, ROFL, exactly, Dash. Like, you just don't expect that to happen, do you? He got well and truly caught out there, didn't he? And God, Gentleman Club have been able just to walk into this red room and take control of it.
And the stack Dash had, the weapons he had, he could have been killing them for the next minute or so. You know, if he just kept taking them on one at a time. But who'd have thought 2 direct rockets like that were going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, there's an argument to say maybe he shouldn't have pushed out at that stage, maybe, because when we went back to the red room, it was pretty easily taken over by Gentleman Club, so maybe the rest of his team was a lot weaker. Following Dash now, trying to get those rail shots away at this bounce, so get control of that perhaps. Gizmo manages to grab it for action, and there is a delay for the quad, remember. Red will be first, but he's not going to make the quad spawn time. Well, maybe if he's boosted by his opponent's rockets, he will. Could frag the quad though pretty comfortably here. Oh, misses those rockets. That's great dodging by Twister, but he's run out of ammo. Only got 16 health. I want to check out the health of the battlesuit. Well, 49. That's pretty unfortunate. He ran out of ammo and had to dodge it and run. Good dodging though by Twister. Rail shot into Twister's side there. He's now confiscating the rail. Dodges that next rail. So this could be a very good quad run. Could have done with just getting that one more frag, but they have managed to grab the red and are in good positions.
Twister's just not hitting his rails, and one of his favourite weapon, no doubt, actually, is a rail.
Yeah, if he'd hit all those rail shots, they would have easily taken over that red room. He had so many opportunities to hit rails.
Yeah, and he's such a good railer that it wouldn't have surprised you just to see him hit literally every single rail there, because they weren't the hardest of rails.
Yeah, most of them they weren't attacking him.
Well, exactly. You're not under any pressure, so it should be easier to hit.
We've got 3 sets of power-ups left. The next is in 40 seconds. 11-second difference between the power-ups now. So Battlesuit should easily get to quad.
Does put more emphasis now on teams to try and win over the red area. That is obviously the area teams like to have to give them the advantage on the Battlesuit, but you know, we can still see good attacks made onto the suit even if you don't hold red. It's a lot more difficult.
Twister trying to hit his rails now, but he's missing again. He's just being shafted down by the action player. They're going to have to make a push on this Battlesuit.
25% rail for Twister. That's not what we're used to.
Well, Battlesuit's up, and now the pick up by Nons is a steal. So let's switch around and see anybody at quad. Well, tie him on. Oh my god, action have set up so well there. Night Elf's managed to grab it, but he needs them to block off those shots so he can get around and get that health bubble. Maybe the yellow's up in a second as well. Well, it is up. Doesn't check it, didn't hear it. And, well, he's caught out. He's punished for just rushing it there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he had a call to try and get to red quickly from a teammate, but would have been far safer to take just the little bit of time it would have taken to take the yellow armor.
Yeah, there's a few different moments there. I mean, he could have sent his teammate through that doorway first as well. Often, if you're in a more cautious route, you take the other doorway to the left-hand side of you, so there's no ranged shots coming in from the red rocket launcher end. So he could have just been a little bit more cautious, but at this point, the score difference, we've got 4 minutes remaining, we've got 2 sets of power-ups left. There'd have to be quite a big swing in control for it to be turned around at this point by Gentleman Club.
Well, I'd take a total meltdown from action at this stage.
And they're a very experienced set of players and team. So it's unlikely.
No.
Wow, Ty was around that corner all the time. Gizmo didn't go through though, he's done so much damage with the lightning gun. And they really paid a heavy price, those 2 players. 2-1 there on the frag count. Night Ops kept his stack and it looks like they might be rushing through to red now. Because of course, red's the place to be.
Yeah, I mean 2-1 on that just like ambush attempt from Gentleman Club. That's not a good trade at all when you're so close to power-ups.
Yeah, and Gizmo is in position. He's got teammates supporting him. Viam there, another teammate coming through. Don't know quite why he dropped off the perch there, but
yeah, it would have been far better for him to stay up there.
I thought he was going to go and give his gun away or something, but it just didn't. Nothing happened. Look at this delay on it. It's going to make it an easier quad to get on that last quad. Non's making the rocket jumps up. Is he going to make it in time? Oh my god, no one was even here with it. So now he's got a doubled power up. He can maybe pick up a series of frags here. If he's quick and his team converts, you never know. Oh, that was almost a perfect rocket across the map. Really needed a lot of spawn conversions there to have any opportunity, but didn't seem to happen. Still doing a good job with this.
Yeah, it's been a nice run, and if there's still any chance, you know, he's put his team in with that chance.
Nons showed yesterday what an excellent player he is, and again, I mean, some of this play is really impressive. He does get caught out eventually by Viam's rail. Getting 76% with that.
Impressive.
5 impressives as well, up to 78%. Again, he has another rail, but this is the way he can play it now, just backing off, railing. Rushing with grenades. Closed it in, it's around 30 frags. It's really, I mean, before the tournament began, this is the kind of score maybe you'd call easily for aCtion. But the fact that Lowfly beat aCtion on this map, and then Gentleman Club beat Lowfly, perhaps I expected a little bit of a closer game.
Yeah, but we're just not sure what to expect from most of these games now, are we? But as you say, aCtion, regardless of what we saw yesterday from Gentleman Club, they definitely still would be favourites for this.
That is a great rush in by Nightops. Takes out 2 players there on his own. Twister's punished as he didn't have a weapon to... Oh my god, good rocket spam right on to the battlesuit platform. Viam does manage to make it across that. Nice pummel up in the air onto Nons. And that quad, we'll see if anybody can grab that. Ty does. Comes up against the battlesuit. He's just going to rush in no matter what there, wasn't he?
Yeah, but too many people facing him when we went around that corner. Not just the battlesuit, but 2 teammates.
We'll just have to finish off with Nightops on this one. Still got that red shotgun in hand. Good dodging. Gets an easy frag on Twister. Heavy shotgun on there. But 1-0.
Red wins.
aCtion lead.
Yeah, and I think most of that lead came from the early part of the game where, now even though we've seen that in the end Gentleman Club have had more power-ups due to having that one double, it was aCtion who actually made far better use of them. You know, we saw in the early parts of the game that every time we had a power-up v power-up situation, it was aCtion that would always win those situations.